Hello all, how's it going? Today in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to zoom left to right, right to left, up and down, etc. in Camtasia Studio 9. And this may or may not work with newer versions of Camtasia. I just know that this works with I'm using now. And I'm not a total expert on Camtasia Studio, but I'm just showing you guys how to zoom in left to right, etc. One thing I want to point out is with Camtasia Studio 9, they don't really give you the options to a set of zoom in options like they do in Windows Movie Maker and other programs. So you can see here. So in this case, we'll have to manually create your own zoom. All right, so to start off, you have your media here, your timeline here, and let's say this is your total timeline, like this is your whole thing, right? And you want to customize from the start to end where you want your zoom effect to take place, right? So you want to click here, for example. I'm going to split it here, right? And I'm also going to move this out the way just so it'll be a bit more easier for y'all to understand, all right? All right, so first things first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click animations. All right. And from here, from here, you have to decide, how do you want to zoom? Like in our case, in this case, if you want to zoom left to right, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set your line, like your time arc, to wherever you want it to start, right? If you want to start it here, or if you want to start your zoom effect here. But in this case, I want this to start at the very beginning of this specific clip here. Not here, but this specific clip here. All right. So you just click this time box here, and what you're going to want to do from here, let's say I want this to go from left to right, right? So first things first, you're going to want to set your ground, right? Like your foundation. In this case, we're going to be zooming this entire page here, all right? So this is your foundation. The shape of your foundation. You don't want your foundation to be like this or, like that, for example, but you want your foundation to be full screen, right? Right. You want this to be your cement floor, for example. You're building a house, this is your floor, all right? You want to zoom from left to right. So what you want to do first is you want to click and hold your mouse like this, right? Now as you hold it, notice the top and bottom yellow lines, right? That's your road lines, right? You want to stay inside those lines. Okay. like driving on the road, you want to stay inside these lines. All right. So now, as you hold, your click, you want to slowly move it to however you want your zoom. Whereas in this case, you're going to want to move it to the left, like so. All right. You're going to want to keep doing this to however you want. And don't worry if you go outside the boundaries like that, etc. Because with Camtasia in particular, it's not really a super high end video editing software. All right, so I want to keep doing that. Right, you want it to stop like that. Stop. Right, you're done. This is what you wanted. All right. Now notice my line. It's still at the bottom here. This indicates your start and stop zone. All right. So notice it's at the very beginning of this clip here. It's at the very beginning, like that. And when it's like that, it's going to stay like that for this whole entire clip. See? All right. So now that's your choice. If you want what I just did to stay like that for this whole entire clip, you can do that if you want to. All right. But in this case, you want this to go left to right. All right. So again, I'm going to click this little red ball here, which indicates your start to end. I'm going to drag it to however you want. In my case, I'm going to drag this all the way to the end, right? Because I want my zoom to go from left to right. Okay, so now watch. I'm going to click I'm going to click play. See what I just did? All right, now I'm going to move this like that so you guys can get a better picture. All right, so like I said, Camtasia Studio 9 in particular isn't really a high depth, super advanced video editing software. Okay, so let's say this is going too fast. Want it like it doesn't really give you the option to give you a particular speed, a zoom speed. Like at zoom this miles per hour, etc. But that's okay. And like I said, I'm not super expert on Camtasia. This is from my knowledge. All right, I'm going to show you some other edits as well. All right. Okay, so that's going from left to right. Okay, and from my knowledge, I don't believe you can put a video or picture or whatever here to make up for the zoom effect. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys another zoom. All right. Actually, hold that thought. I'm going to show you guys some other stuff you can do. All right. So let's say this is good. It's going from however you want. Let's say you want it to stop somewhere else. All right. Let's say you want it to stop right there. So what you want to do is you want to take this, click this arrow here, and click the this ball at the very end, the finish end. All right, and you want to drag it to wherever you want to stop your zoom. Okay. All right. Now, what I just did. All right. And let's say this your zoom effect, and right here you want it to go back to normal, right? What you're gonna want to do is you have two options. Like you want to go back to the normal full screen, like that. All right. So you have two options. You can either um, split where you want to delete your clip like this. You click split, and you want to uh, save this or delete it, and you want to bring your timeline to like that, right? That's how this would go. All right. So moving on to other zoom in effects. All right. So let's say, let me start over for y'all. So let's say you want to go from right to left. All right. So what you're going to want to do is, this is your foundation, right? This is your cement to your home when building a home, or like this is your floor, right? This is how you want it. If you want it like that, you can do that, all right? But I'm going to cover that at a later point. So I don't, because I'm going from A to Z for y'all. Okay. All right. So let's say you want to move from um, right to left. All right. So what you're going to want to do is set your foundation like so, and you're going to want to click and hold your mouse like that, and slowly record your zoom. Like when you do this, you're recording how you want your zoom to be. Like I said, don't worry if you accidentally go out of line, like oops, like that, because Camtasia isn't really going to notice that. You know, it's not gonna point that out. Capture, not going to really record, advanced movements. It's pretty much just left to right and such. All right. So you want to stop it like that. And and I like Camtasia. Camtasia. I've been using it for years. And let's say you want to keep it like that. This is your zoom. This is perfect. All right. And like I said previous, you can either keep it like this for the entire um, clip here. Like when this ball is at the very beginning of your clip, it's permanent. It's gonna stick like that, whether to whatever effects that you put. All right. So let's say you want to do your zoom now. All right. Now, after we recorded our zoom, we recorded it. This ball captured it. All right. How do you know when it captured it? How do you know that it was recorded, so to speak? Like it will expand. So it's like this, as you can see here. All right. Now, what you want to do next is you want to take this little red ball here and go to however want your zoom to take place and end. Okay. So we're going to play what we just created, like so. All right. And picture wise, like I said earlier, to my knowledge, I don't know exactly how to customize your zoom speed. Like it doesn't give you the options to customize your zoom speed, but picture wise, I want to say that you can add clip speed. Like so, let's say you want to make this longer, want to slow it down. All right, and I think that actually works with your zoom as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, as far as video go, you may not want to do that for your video, but picture wise, that works. All right. All right. So let's say you want to, instead of going left to right, you want to go up and down. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is step one. Well, first you want to make sure this is highlighted. Okay. Step two, you want to set your foundation. Like you want your up and down to start like this, then go up or down. What you want to do is want to click this picture here. You want to drag it to whatever direction you want your zoom to take place. So we're going to zoom down. Like I said, don't worry too much if you squiggle around, but try to focus on staying steady. You want to stay steady as possible. All right. All right. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to want to do that. Set your start to end point with your zoom and see it in action. All right. Like I said before, y'all, I'm not a complete expert on Camtasia. Let's see if I can yeah, there we go. And you can actually fix this picture here. All right. Like I just did like that. All right. All right. So now let's say that you want your zoom to take place in a very particular area of this picture or video or whatever you may be having, right? So what you're going to want to do is, let's say, for example, you want your zoom to take place right here where this bush is, where this bolt of flower is. What you're going to want to do is you want to take this, you want to crop it to where that you can see, that bouquet of flowers there, and want to, do like that. Let's say you want your zoom in to take place right here. It's perfect. This is where you want your zoom and such to start, right? So remember what I said. After you focus your foundation, your floor, your cement is permanent, all right? As long as this little ball here is at the very start of your clip, it's permanent. That means it's permanent, right? See, it's permanent, right? So let's say you want this clip to zoom left to right to left, etc. All right. So what you're going to want to do is this is a bit more precise, right? Like you don't want to confuse this your foundation, right? So this is your foundation, right? You don't want to per se confuse this, all right? So what you're going to want to do is you have to trust me on this. What you're going to want to do is take this timeline marker and you want to move it to where it's out of the way of this red ball here. And you will have the option to start your zoom at the very beginning of this clip or wherever. I'm just doing this so this ball here doesn't get confused, right? All right, so now you want to zoom left to right to left, etc. Okay, so what you want to do now is you want to be sure this is highlighted. You want to click the camera here, like your recorder here. And you want to slowly, precisely, record your zoom, like so. See what I'm doing? All right. And now, let's say you want this to, to end like this, right? You have two options. You can either um, move this red clip to wherever, wherever you want. Like if you want it to end at a specific clip on this timeline, just do like that. That makes sense. All right, so after we set our clip, right, what you're gonna want to do is you want to take that second ball, our new record, and you want to drag it to, let's say, drag it to the very end. All right, and notice how where I said to not to put your second zoom at the very start of your clip, right? Because if you do that, you'll confuse your foundation, right? And I probably wouldn't worry too much about where your zoom will start and end. If you start it too far off from the very beginning of this clip, you can always click, the second ball and drag it back towards, the start of this clip, if I'm making sense to y'all. All right, so that's our zoom, y'all. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, like that. That looks nice. The only con I have is, I don't, you can't customize the speed of this zoom. But look like clicking linear did something, but from my knowledge, there's pretty much no way of customizing the speed of your zoom. All right, to my knowledge. All right, put the pieces together. Yeah, yeah. You just have to play with this thing. Okay. Now, let's say instead of starting your zoom at the very start, you want it to start right there, right? What you're going to want to do is you want to click your floor or your ground. You want to click it and drag it to wherever you want on this line, like right there for such. And remember what I said. This is why you don't put this at the very start on your foundation because that's gonna confuse this little red clip here. All right. So what you want to do is that's why you leave like a gap when you want to start when you want to customize your zoom. All right. I'm gonna do one more for y'all. All right. So if you want to delete your zoom, you just click the arrow here and decide. I don't want to keep this zoom, this floor zoom, like your ground zoom here. You just click little bubble here. You just click delete. All right. Now let's say you want to zoom in where the sofa area is. What you want to do is you want to customize your crop box here and so you want to zoom like that, right? Right. And what I just did here, this whole video or photo is permanent. It's grounded for this whole entire clip. And why is that? Maybe asking. It's because I didn't move this arrow, this little bubble here. All right, you can see. So let's say we're just gonna leave it like that. All right. All right now, let's say you want to make the zoom to go in the opposite direction or in a different direction. All right. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to just slightly move this thing here right out of the way of your ground floor. Right now, this is highlighted. You want to start your zoom to a different direction. Just click and hold this box here. You want to record your zoom like so. just like so. All right. Let's say we're going to stop it right here. All right. So now we are going to um, and notice I didn't click this the second ball here. Moved it anywhere, right? So if we didn't move this second ball, did that, you know, then it will it will very quickly uh, play to the very precise endpoint of your zoom. That makes any sense. So in this case, we are going to click our zoom that we just recorded. We just recorded a zoom, right? And we want to um, move it from a different excuse me, a different direction. So we just click it again. We want the zoom, that custom zoom that we just made, to last all the way up to at the very end. All right. So now we're going to play what we just made. All right. And I'll notice the still point here, right? Now, since this is a photo and not a video, we are going to, excuse me, take our other clip or timeline and we're going to drag it. We're going to connect it, combine it. All right. So this is the piece we just made. All right. Isn't that luxurious, y'all? But yeah, as I said, I'm not a complete expert on Camtasia Studio. I'm just sharing with you guys my knowledge with the zoom in effect thing. Just have to play around with this, all right? And so to go over what we just learned, all right, is easy, all right? You want to first select the clip you want. You want to do your zoom, all right? Your clip that you want your zoom taking place. All right. So next, you just highlight the clip that you want, and depending on what I just taught you guys, you want to click this crop box here. You want to move it left or right. Okay, like I just did, like that. And after that, you want to either leave it like that for this whole entire clip, or take this foundation and move it to, let's say we want our zoom to stop here. Okay, that's what it would look like. And don't be afraid to mess around with this box here. All right, such. All right, guys, that concludes my video. I hope this helped you guys in any kind of way. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, do feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm out.